Hey, happy 2024 and happy Video Friday, friends. I've got an amazing vlog for you today. I'm going to tell you about my dream that I have. It's a little bit of a laugh on my behalf. I'm going to talk about my upcoming project with you. I'm going to talk about some future vlogs that I'm going to do for you in 2024. I might give you a little insight as to my biggest fears and how I'm coping with them. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's start with my upcoming project that I probably won't have for you until May. It is a book titled I Thought of You. You can already add it to your Goodreads. I don't have a pre-order up yet. I don't have a blurb yet, and I don't have a cover yet, but all that is coming. I am working hard on this story and I'm loving every minute of it. It will be a story that is set in Austin, Texas. Then I will be going to Austin in a couple weeks to do a little bit of book research for this. And it's going to have a relationship feel that's a little bit similar to the Transcend series, not the Transcend storyline, but the feel of the relationship, which is that feeling of a love triangle. But is it a love triangle? It's not a true love triangle, but it has these really, really angsty vibes. And I love writing that because there's so many ways to expand these characters and show their character growth. And I'm like 20-some thousand words into this and I'm already in love with this. And I think you guys are really gonna find it to be a different story for sure. It also has a little bit of a Scarlet Stone vibe to it. So all of that is coming your way. Also, I have my Mont Lake book that has already been turned in and I can't wait to start working on edits for that. It won't come out until the end of 2024, but nonetheless, it's something we have to look forward to. I can't talk today. I can't talk any day. So what else? Let's jump into my dream that I have. The dream that I had was pretty much because of my fears that really got intense in 2023. So in 2023, while I put out plenty of books for you and I had a lot going on, I just felt like I was falling behind when it came to marketing, that every other author out there was doing it better. You know how you go online and you feel very inadequate, like everybody's doing it better. Everybody looks better, everybody's working out more, everybody's marketing better, they're making more money. Just, it's an awful place to be with all this comparison going on. So I don't ever look at my fellow authors as my competitors, but I look at them sometimes as people who are doing it better than me. And it's not that I'm worried that somebody's never going to read my books. It's that I'm envious that these authors are so much better at marketing than I am, because my talent lies just with the writing. I can sit in a corner and write. I cannot market. I'm not great at marketing. So last week, one of my favorite authors, Devney Perry, who is not just a brilliant writer, but she's a brilliant marketer. She's so smart when it comes to marketing. And I love watching her videos. I especially love watching her videos where she is ripping off book covers and she's making her own custom book covers. It's so soothing. I could watch her do that all day long. And last week she revealed these covers that she's had designed. They're black and white covers. So you get the book and you can color it. And coloring is such a therapeutic thing. And it's a very in thing. And I don't know if Devney's the first person to think up this idea of doing a book cover that is a coloring book cover. So I don't want to take away the credit from somebody else if she's not the one who came up with this, but it's what I saw. So in my mind, I'm seeing this, that Devney came up with this. So I'm going to go with it from there. And I thought, brilliant. Again, I just wanted to stand up and give her a slow clap. Like, she's so talented beyond the writing. So that night I had a dream. And I was at a book signing, which is a really high stress event for me anyway. And I'm sitting at my little table there and I look over and Devney has half the room. And she has these billboards that are the size of an outdoor billboard. And they're like wood carved with her name and book titles and everything's super fancy. And she has like around her table this buffet of food and champagne for everybody who comes to her table. And then she's making custom book covers in front of people, which this probably takes a really long time because there's glue and all this involved. But in my dream, it was going much quicker. She's making these custom book covers for everybody who's coming to her table. And I'm over in my little corner going, dang it, Devney. And I woke up the next day so unsettled, and I had a low-level anger towards her. And I love her, I adore her. She is the nicest person, and she has done nothing wrong. She's just brilliant. And I realized this is just a bigger sign of overall, every time I go online, I feel very inadequate. I feel like everybody's marketing better than I am. So I had to dive into journaling again. I've journaled on and off throughout my life, and I need to stick with it a little bit more because journaling keeps me grounded. It gives me that attitude of gratitude. And John Green posted a video the other day. It was like, I had journaled something in the morning, and then he posted this video and I felt like he had read my journal, and that's why he was posting this video, which of course he didn't. But he was talking about the dream versus his dream, and how he's had such success in his life as a writer, and he's had a book turned into a movie and met a lot of people in Hollywood, and that from the outside in, everybody's probably thinking he's living the dream, where he said that maybe is in some people's mind the dream, but his dream is being at his home in Indiana with his family, sitting in his chair and writing a story. And that morning, what I had written about in my journal was essentially the same thing. It was the idea of having enough, and we can always strive to be more successful, sell more books, make more money, but I just need enough, and I have enough. And so for me, if I can just keep doing what I'm doing and maintain the fact that I can stay in, the house that I'm in and put healthy food on the table for my family, I don't need to be the most popular person. I actually don't want that. I'm an introverted person. I would not want to be the person who somebody recognizes out in public. And that's where I just had this moment in my writing in my journal, like, I'm living my dream. I'm already there. I've arrived. I just need to enjoy it and be grateful for it every single day. And it doesn't mean that I don't push for new goals. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd love to see happen in my career, but they're not really oriented about making more money and being some super rich person or being the most popular person or doing it the best. But it's so hard to not let your mind go there when you're online and seeing other people do it. So I should be thanking Devney because she got me back to journaling. I started journaling anyway, but it confirmed why I needed to journal. And it's not just her, it's everyone. And these are my friends. They're not really my competition. These are my friends. So that leads me to kind of my fear is when it comes a little bit to this beyond just somebody else marketing better than me is there's been a lot of talk here lately about AI when it comes to like narration and design, but there's also going to be more and more talk about AI as we see more and more books on platforms that are written by AI. And that is scary, not just for me, but for every author out there, because we are not machines and we really can't be churning out books that way. And it does make you feel like you're going to lose your job. So this is where I guess I'm making my case to everyone that as much as you can make conscious decisions about not taking away from artists when you purchase AI things. Like, I know that none of us can totally get away from AI in our lives. I mean, I've used AI type software for editing and spell check and grammar stuff. But I still send all my stuff to an editor. So I'm not like taking away from editors that way because I'm still sending it to editors and proofreaders. So, if you can consciously make decisions to purchase books that you know are not AI books, that you can purchase books that have covers that you know are not AI covers, or you can choose real life narrators over narration that's through AI, even though I know the narration AI voice is somebody's actual voice, but they're not narrating the whole thing. That person's not doing that. As much as we can do that and support actual real life artists, let's do that as a collective if we can. That's what I'm going to strive to do. And nobody's going to be perfect. And then we might end up sometimes with things where like, I had no idea this was AI. I mean, that happens. But as much as we can make that collective decision, we're going to support artists all the way around, and that's a good thing. So that's it. I think that's all my good stuff. Oh, I am going to give you a little preview of my upcoming blog. So 2024 is my 10-year anniversary for publishing. Coming up in February, we'll be celebrating the date that I published my Holding You, the first book in that series, a Holding You series called Holding You. And I'm going to do a little reflecting in some upcoming vlogs about my writing process with each of these books, what inspired these books, and my thoughts on these stories 10 years later. So we have a handful of books I will be able to do that with this year. So I also have some exciting new covers coming up on certain books. I have some other things I can't tell you about yet, but lots of good stuff in 2024. So everybody get out there, peacefully go about your way, make conscious decisions when you can, journal if you need to, like me, to stay grounded and grateful, have the attitude of gratitude. Everyone stay warm, find a great book to read, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see all of you beautiful people on my next video. Bye guys.